And I don't have any energy left at the end of the day. I work for a living, and I tried some online stuff that someone suggested, and I went on FTM Mentors and typed in all my information and stuff and locality, and I got an email back, and they were matching me up with myself. And at that point, I felt utter futility. You know, that's what it is, that utter futility. But you know, Camus says, like, read The Myth of Sisyphus if you ever have the opportunity. That's a really interesting book. It comes with a whole diatribe about hope and the absurdity of hope, and how the absurdity of hope wins even when the bottom falls out somehow. It's difficult to explain. He's really abstract, but that book helped. You know, email me, man. Send me messages. Just shoot the shit. I'm willing to do that, you know, because I totally relate. It's kind of ironic, you know, because I came out here in the woods today, and you know, this is as much peace as I get, you know. I ate my breakfast out here, man, and I felt connectedness and stuff, and just sat and observed, you know, and thought about, wow, you know, that primal being still in me, the one that wants to sit on this rock and like eat my food, you know, and swat the insects off me, and you know, it was great. And that's all I can do. It's all I can do to fill up some days, you know. It's a constant struggle to fill up. It really is. You know, I have art and I do that. I guess I'm just making suggestions, you know. I'm just staying on here going blah 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 to commiserate, but you know, and I know what you mean about feeling the clock ticking too. And at my back I always hear time's winged chariot hurrying near. You know, there's a big blue jay, man. See if I can get it. Probably not. It was doing something interesting though. What else? So what? Okay, I found a stick. Yeah, the stick. You know? Yeah. I figure I have to make the most of my solitude, and you know, if it wouldn't be for my artwork, I think the isolation and the loneliness would have killed me like years ago. You lay there in the middle of the living room floor with complete angst, like gripping your whole being, and you're thinking, God, I can't like take one more nanosecond of this shit. I'm like full, I'm super saturated, I am overloaded, I cannot take one more thing. It's like this is way beyond the toleration point of that any human being could possibly take. And then I get into weird shit about, like, you know, maybe I should get kudos and brownie points, you know, for being such a for being so tough. And you know, and you just feel like you're gonna break and fall through the bottom somewhere to some totally devoid abyss, man. And there's nothing to do in that moment. But I read in Gary Zukav, one of his books, man, that those are the moments when you're closest to God. And I actually believe that, although it doesn't really erase any of the pain of the moment. Yeah, I would have expired long ago, probably. and it's only been through a lot of concerted effort, and it phases in and out, and I cannot stay there. But there are more times lately when I'm doing the artwork and I'm doing the thing that I love, and I'm in the zone, that timeless, open-ended, free space zone. It's kind of a peaceful anonymity. It's kind of an expansive dissolution that leads to clarity of self. It's really an oxymoronic state, but I've been able to go there, when I'm doing those things, and it's my salvation, man. It is my salvation, and I realized that it's probably totally okay for me to be working for posterity, and I don't want to sound apathetic, because I can only do so much, and you can't go around and make human relationships happen. Not per se. You can put yourself in a position for them to develop, but you can't make them happen. It's just not a control thing. And I've run away from them personally because I can't I can't let people in, because if they knew who I was, the whole apple cart would be upset, and I'm real conscious of that, especially now, because I don't want my world turning upside down, and I like the money that I make, and I like the place that I live, and I like the things that I have. And I actually thought of you when I was thinking about doing this vlog, because, God, I'm just going to say it, because the dude who comes up to Jesus, who's like the rich dude, and he says, well, if you want to come with me, you got to give everything up. And he couldn't do it, and he just kind of, turned around and slunk back home. And, attachments, man. Attachments, And I'm not going to be anything more or less with or without that person, I don't know, and there's no criteria on other people's personhoods or relationships too, and who am I to say that none of those are valid vehicles for me finding a further expression of myself, because it never happens the way I want it to, and it never happens in some happy ever after fairy tale romance, that reality doesn't creep in and taint. So I don't know, maybe I'm just preaching. I really just wanted to commiserate. Man, it's beautiful out here. It's spring! Spring in Pennsylvania! Yeah, baby. And best part of it is it's my day off. Yep. No more asylum for today. So, anything else I wanted to say? Well, I don't have anything to report about myself per se. I'm still stuck in whatever space it was, and I'm still continually coming to terms with myself every day, continually coming to terms with the world and my place in it every day. And every day it seems to change. So yeah, I like it best out here with the birds who don't give a shit who I am. Yeah, Cal, so man, hang in there, man. Find something, do something. Let it be. Just let it be. Oh, let it be, man. And believe it or not, you're doing that is more meaningful than probably you realize in the moment, because I don't know who else watched your video, right? But you really touched a nerve with me, and that's probably, well, not probably. That was one more thing that kept me going that day. You know, it keeps me. It's important. It was very important to do that. I appreciated it. Totally appreciated it.